There will come a time where money will have almost no value. You will find yourselves living in a home with 10, 15, 20 people just to be able to afford to buy food to feed your family. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Sorry for the bounciness. I have a new camera mount and it is a piece of junk, so I have to replace it. I'm on my way to do some chores this morning and I had a thought. And I'm thinking to myself, how many people are going to die of hunger or other issues? Because you know, when people get hungry and they have nowhere to go for food, they turn to doing things that, you know, are bad things just to try to survive. And why are so many people going to die of hunger? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you probably know how I feel about this if you've been here long enough. And I feel that we will be having a severe food shortage crisis in the months, years, and decades to come. And if you're not preparing now, then you have to ask yourself, why not? Why are you not preparing for these things that are to come? Is it because you don't believe it? And if that's the case, ask yourself this question. You can afford for me to be wrong, but can you afford for me to be right about us having a severe food shortage crisis that will affect what you can feed your family? Can you afford for me to be right? And if I am wrong, what's the worst that can happen? That you have food put away for a year or two that you can dip into anytime you want. You can stop buying groceries if you think that good times are back again and they're going to stay with us, and eat off of your stored food. You can give it to charity. You can help your neighbors, help those who have less than you do. That's the worst that can happen if you take some of your resources now and procure the sustenance that you and your family will need in the coming years. When I talk about food storage, I don't talk about it being an end-all be-all. I'm not saying that one day you're going to wake up and food disappears. What I'm saying is that certain foods will be extremely difficult to get, and that the foods that are still available, not only will they be extremely expensive compared to what they are now, but they'll be a lot less nutrient rich. So the foods that you're putting away now are foods that you're going to use to supplement those foods that you are able to get in the coming years. So for example, if you have put away canned meat, right, pressure canned meat or canned meat that you bought at the store, you may not be able to find meat in the next 2 or 3 years. And if it is available, it may be too expensive for you to buy it. So if you put away canned meat, you may be able to use that meat that you put away to supplement the rice, the beans, maybe flour or cornmeal that you are able to get. Although I feel that those items as well will become very expensive also. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that clicked on this channel and you haven't been here before, and maybe you think that all of this stuff that we're talking about here on these prepper channels, that this is all fear-mongering, look at how beautiful that sky is. That this is all fear-mongering and all we're doing is doing it for clicks. Then ask yourself, why are so many people talking about this? It's even starting to come out in the mainstream media, little by little. Because I think what they do in the mainstream media is they hide potential crises until it starts to be in your face. And then when it's in your face, sometimes it's too late or almost too late. It's not too late yet. Take a little bit of those resources that you have, take a little bit of that money that you have, and go put away some food, because you're going to need it. God forbid if 2 or 3 years from now, you remember this video, you remember this warning, you remember any other prepper channels that you watched or visited and heckled because you think that we're all crazy, nothing's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a prime example of normalcy bias. It's never happened here, AP. Well, it has happened. It's happening right now. People may not be dying in the streets of hunger, but people are going hungry here in this great country. People are going hungry.